Hey everybody, it's Adam with AdamHolland.com, also AMPodcastNetwork.com. And in this video, I want to show you how to go ahead and get into Sendy. It's my newsletter program that's self-hosted, and how to set up your account. This will absolutely help you get started in the right direction with double opt-in, with making sure that all your emails are good and that people will want them. So this is one of many series that I'm going to be doing on Sendy. I hope that you enjoy it, and if you have any questions, by all means, after the video, put some comments below. Let me answer them for you and see if I can help you out. Alright, thanks. Okay, so jumping into Sendy, which as a user you don't know what it is, right? Sendy is a program that you can self-host on your own server. It's $59, and it just allows me to send marketing or newsletters to everybody that signs up for it. This gives me a tool that I don't have to rely on my server to send email and for it to make it into your inbox. You probably noticed that when you wake up in the morning, you go check your mail, you have things that are in your inbox, and you have promotions, and then you have other stuff, right? I don't want to be that other stuff. I want to be in your inbox. So how I do that is by getting in there and making sure that my server is trusted. Well, I can't use my server for server trust, so I use Sendy with Amazon servers. So Amazon servers are the ones that are sending it. And Amazon has very trusted servers in the ranks of Google and Yahoo and all the other big ones. So that's why I use this. Alright, what you're seeing on the screen here is I picked True Sounds from Underground because Luke is the one that asked me to go ahead and do this video. And I wanted to do the video anyway, but this is specifically. So I want to show you basically what this looks like, and Luke's is brand new. He hasn't done anything with it. I don't even think I've given him the login, so I want to walk through and just kind of show you bit by bit what this thing gives you. So we're going to come back to campaigns after. Let's go to see, let me see, I want to do lists. This is where you can have as many lists as you want. You can create them, and you can have people join different lists as you go. For me, I've never had anything beyond a general list. This is what I've created for Luke. The ID and everything. You can see that nothing is here except me. I'm the only one that's registered on the list because that's how I test it. Let me jump in. I'm going to go into the list, and it's going to give me like basically what's been going on. So in this case, I was testing it out. I subscribed, so now his subscriber line basically starts here. Now he can tell who's on the list, my name, the email, when my last activity was, am I subscribed, unsubscribed, did I mark it as spam? And this is what you don't want people to do. You want to give them very good content and a reason for them to keep, subscribing to you as you go. That's what's important. In this view right here, you have custom fields, autoresponders, subscribe form, list settings. Let's go through each one real quick. So list settings. This is going to give me all my opt-in emails right here. And while we're here, let me go through this real quick. First of all, don't single opt-in. Make sure that every list that you do is a double opt-in. Here's why. If you do a single opt-in, somebody could just throw somebody else's information in there, subscribe to your list. They may not be very interested in what you have, and they may have accidentally gotten on your list. This allows you to not only say, hey, do you want to be on my list? But also, I sent you an email. I need you to confirm that you want to be on my list. I'm very, very aware of this. So let's go ahead and let me walk through this. All right, my list name, this part doesn't matter. This is not what they see. This is just for me. Subscriber setting, we already did the double opt-in. I want to go ahead and set up a thank you email. So when they subscribe, I'm going to click this, my email subject. I went ahead and wrote this up a little bit beforehand. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and say, hey, thank you. I certainly appreciate you being, there. We'll throw some body text in here. This is as soon as they subscribe, this goes out and says, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. And then if you read the form, it gives you step by step how it goes. But I want a confirmation. All right. So this is their success page. If they come to my site, this page right here is something I create on my own site. If you're using WordPress, just create a page and call it whatever you want it. Set it up the way the visitor is going to see it. And that way they know, hey, I have not only gotten on the list, I know that I'm on the list. Okay? And then moving down, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get the confirmation email set up. So there's, I want to go ahead and I want to add this right here. This one is really important because they have to click this confirmation link. So this is what, it tells you that you have to add. I'm going to put it in here because they have to click that to get to the subscription confirmed page. You have to create another page. Do not use the same page. Use another page. And I'm going to put it right in there. And that's where they'll go. After they click on that link, they'll go to that page and they will know that it's subscribed, your double opt-in works, you're solid. That person is on your list. Let's go back. Let's go look at all the other settings. So subscribe form. You can go in here and you can get an HTML subscribe form. And all you have to do is copy this, paste, and stick it into a sidebar or a page or whatever you want. There are ways to go ahead and design it and make it look better. This is just plain, plain Jane as it gets. And that's your subscribe form. Autoresponders. So here, if I want to put an autoresponder, I think you can only have one, right? And so you can set this up for, their anniversary of being on your list, their birthday, if you collect that information. And then you would just set up an email, just, autoresponder name, and you go through the same processes that we just went through, setting up the double opt-in. All right, let's move back. Let's go look at custom fields. This right here, these are the short tags that you can put inside the email. And by doing that, like if I want to start the email off with, hi, name, right? This would be that fallback. So this is what I'd actually code in HTML. Hi, blank, or space, and then I would copy, name, and if they don't have a name, the fallback will be like, hey, you. So you want to go ahead and put that in there. So right off the bat, we just have name and email. You can add different custom IDs. Once you get going with this, you can add custom fields and have people really sign up. I'm hoping that Sendy will get to a point where they have segmentation, so that way, you can actually create and move people into different lists when you're targeting them and everything. But as of this point, I am not aware that segmentation is in here or if it's in the immediate roadmap. All right, let's head back. We've gone through the subscriber list and the newsletter or the list. So let's go up to templates, because this is one of the first questions I get. Adam, what's a template? How do I get this set up? How am I going to get a template? So let's go ahead and create a new template. This is how your newsletter will go out in HTML. So if the receiver actually, wants to look at HTML, they're going to see your template. So now I went ahead and I went over to Google. I typed in free open source HTML. I got this from Send With Us, and it seemed like they had unbelievable amounts of free templates. So I'm going to go ahead and include their link below in the description box, so that way you can go over there and see what kind of templates they have that will fit you and your needs. So let's name this template. We're just going to name it, I don't know, first one. All right. Now, in order to put a template in here in HTML, I need to click the source button right here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and paste in. Before I do that, you see that it already set up some HTML for me. So all I have to do is select it all, delete, and then I'm going to go ahead and Control V, and that is all the HTML that Send With Us gave me. So it's all good. I go ahead and I unclick the source button, and now I can see what your actual list members are going to see. And you can go in here and you can change all of this. If you need a little, kind of brush up or an introduction to HTML, go over to Code Academy or something like that and take one of their courses. HTML and CSS, they are the easiest things you could learn as far as web development goes. I know you're probably saying, like, Adam, yeah, I'm sure it's really easy because you've been doing this for a while. No, it's easy because it really is easy. I promise you. All you gotta do is go back into the source. You can replace, images or links or whatever you want to make this yours. So you don't have to use this template. You can use any template you want. I just want to show you how to actually put one in. I want to go ahead and save this, so that way I can show you the next piece. The next piece that I'm going to want to do is I want to set up a campaign. A campaign is basically, I'm going to email everybody, here you go. Now, in order to do that, stay on all templates, and then come over here and click use. Now, I'm going through that because if you just go to create a campaign without going to all templates, it's for some reason it just doesn't give you the option to put in a template. I always have to go all templates, pick which template, and let's go. So this is a campaign. You basically have to go through each block and you put all the information, the subject or the title of your email from the email, and then you have to create two different versions. You have to create an HTML, which is what I just did, a few minutes before, and then you have to do a plain text of this email. A lot of email hosts like Gmail or Outlook, Hotmail, all of them, they sometimes don't deliver emails in HTML. You actually have to say, hey, turn HTML on so I can see the email the way it was intended. So the only way to get around that is by sending it plain text or HTML. You're sending both. I'm going to show you one critical thing. Well, let me show you this first real quick. If you're doing Google Analytics, you can always put in like a little link here to append to your email and then put it into Google Analytics so you can actually track like how many clicks, how many. I'm not sure what it basically tracks. I've never done it yet. When I get to reports, you'll see what I mean, why I don't bother. You're going to pick a group of people to send this to next, but down here I want to just point out that you have tags that you can put inside your email, and you have to put in an unsubscribe tag. I believe there's a law even for it. I didn't study that one, but you have to give them a chance to unsubscribe. Hopefully they won't, but just in case. And then you can go through and you pick out any tags that you want to use that is relevant to your email, and you just pop them right into here, and then you'll see. Let me cover this too, because it's probably important. You have to read the titles of this, HTML only. So these links will only work in HTML. And then you start going down and you start seeing, oh, these work with text or no HTML and HTML. That's important. So let me see if it'll let me save, and next, let me see. So, well, I can schedule this campaign for later. I can send it now. I got to pick an actual group that I want to send it to. And I can also test email it to myself just in case I want to see what it looks like before I actually launch it to thousands of potential recipients. Let's say you went ahead and sent this. This is the final part, reports. I want to see reports. Well, we haven't done anything. Luke hasn't even had a chance to do this yet, so he doesn't have any reports. Let me switch tabs. I'm going to show you one of mine. This is what a report looks like. Keep in mind, I rarely send out a newsletter, and I haven't focused on my own account, so it does look a little shameful. I'm sorry for that. But check it out. I get a pie chart telling me like where they are. It tells me how many people have opened them, not opened it. It tells me how many people have marked me as spam, bounced, unsubscribed. Bounced means that they gave you a fake email address and it's never going to resolve. So those are the people you got to watch out for. You do not want a lot of spam, a lot of unsubscribed, or a lot of bounces, because Amazon's very, very picky. And if you have like, I'm not sure what their cutoff is, but if you have a ridiculous amount, like 10% bounce or 10% unsubscribe, they will actually not do business with you anymore. And then I don't know where you would go after that. But for now, let's just say that Amazon does not ban us, because that would be terrible. I just want to show you. I get more stats over here. Even below it, it tells me who opened it, where, when. It starts to get a little creepy below here, and I don't want to show any of the people that have subscribed to my news list. I don't want to show their email or information, so I'm not going to go below. But it gives you plenty of information to kind of sort through and figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and hopefully that's enough to guide you through. So I'm going to close on that note. I appreciate you going through with me. Sendy is kind of a beast for a lot of people that are unfamiliar with self-hosted email or newsletter software like this. If you have any questions, put them down below. If it's not something that I can answer, I highly suggest go over to sendy.co, and they have a forum, and you can go and see answers that they've already provided. More than likely, if you ask me a question, I'll try to answer it, but you might have to seek Sendy to get the really deep questions. All right, so that's it. I'm Adam from animalhome.com, ampodcastnetwork.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, let me know. Tell me what you think below. Till next time, I'm Adam.